2.
Good morning. I'm Jeff Antoon. I'm joined by Jamal Mitchell and Neil Chesser. This is Sticks and Picks. Today's topic is best sports movies, but before we get to best sports movies, we're going to talk current events. And Jamal is going to lead us through that. Jamal.
Well, how was your guys' week this week? And was it good? Everything was good?
I can't wait to talk about the Super Bowl today.
Well, hey, we're about to get into that, sir.
Okay.
Basically, I want to start off with one of the current events today, which is pretty serious. 13-year veteran of the NBA, Rasul Butler, passed earlier this week. Him and his wife was in a single vehicle accident, and I want to send our condolences out to them and their families. I know that's hard to take. He had a lot of people that admired him. He played for the Miami Heat, Clippers, just to name a few. So I want to give a shout out to his family that we're praying for you. And it's a tragic event, man. So, James, the Beard Harden. The first 60-point triple-double.
60.
He eclipsed Calvin Murphy. He had the record of 59 points. He now has the franchise record for the most points in the game. The Beard is having a phenomenal year, fellas. MVP caliber. What do you guys think about what he's doing this year?
So probably defer to Jeff on that one because honestly I haven't been too up to speed with what's been going on with the Beard this season. That is pretty impressive, and especially that was without CP3 though, right?
Yeah, he didn't.
Okay,
CP3
so
did not play that game.
So can I put it in a little context?
Yes, sir.
Kobe Bryant had 60 on his last day.
Yeah.
In the NBA game.
Talked about you're right.
Which is a bigger feat. To me, Kobe is one of the best scorers of all time. And I know I don't want to toot his arm anymore that I've tooted.
And your bias is all hell.
It is all bias.
The bias.
But James Harden, that was amazing because it's a triple-double that's showing us what? He can rebound, team player, and he can pass it off and dish it off. Okay. Because we know most of the great triple-doubles are scoring, rebounds, and assists.
Yeah. But what was it? I mean, did he barely crack like the 10 assists and 10 rebounds, or was he?
No, he had 10. I think he had 10 assists. I think he had like 11 or 12 rebounds. Okay. And he had 60 points and 4 steals.
Right. Okay, so he was
actually playing some D. They did argue for a minute that Kobe's was a little bit better because it was his last game as Kobe, but it was against the Utah Jazz. I mean, they wasn't really playing D. I believe they allowed him to score the 60, honestly, on his last game because he didn't play. I mean, he sat out most of the year. You know?
Well, here's what Basketball Reference just put up. They said it's the 5th best game since the 1983-84 season. Whoa! So they're giving him the 5th best ever, just based on what he did on that one.
Yeah, it was nice.
I mean, obviously, Wilt Chamberlain's 100, but that was way before 1983. So
now let's move on to the next event that's current. Finally, Mr. Get Your Popcorn Ready, T.O. gets into the Hall of Fame. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats, T.O. He's joined by Brian Dawkins, Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, Randy Moss. You got Moss.
It's pretty damn good NFL.
Man, that's a stacked Hall of Fame.
I'm kind of bummed that I don't have Marcus here. You know, my other Cowboys fan here. But man, did you guys see what Brian Dawkins did to that Cowboys fan's hat?
No.
So the guy made the bad choice of actually asking Brian Dawkins to sign his Cowboys hat. Well, he signed it, and then right underneath it, he wrote "Dallas sucks."
We gotta get a picture of that.
Look around on the internet somewhere; it can definitely be found because that's where I saw it. But yeah, it was hilarious.
Smokes.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
So T.O. finally gets the nod,
salty.
man. I mean, his stats. I mean, I know he had his antics, but at the end of the day, I think the Hall of Fame should be about what you did on the field. I mean, your character, plays somewhat into that, but he's second behind the greatest of all time. Yeah. This is his third try. And he finally got in, too.
Let's not forget that Ray Lewis is in the same Hall of Fame class with him. So
right.
We want to talk about
we don't want to talk about right.
Yeah.
So
like,
if you really want to be technical.
Yeah, if you want to be technical, yeah.
And if we had Aaron Hernandez for you.
Right. Which was a very good one. But somebody biased that out the window. But let's get to the surprise of this week, which was the Kirk Cousins and Alex Smith whole ordeal.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
No one did.
I did not see that coming. And Kirk Cousins, what do you think he might land, folks?
Anywhere he really wants, and there's a spot open for him because he's a former. I don't know if he was franchised this year. Was he franchised?
No. He's a free agent.
Right, but he's been a franchise player before, so therefore he could go and play behind Tom Brady because Tom Brady's going to break down in the next 2 or 3 years, whatever Tom's picked. He can go to New England. He can go anywhere that has the ability for, playing time.
Okay.
So that's just my idea.
I just hope and pray that he doesn't go to the Browns because we all know that's where quarterbacks go to die, even with their rookies. It's just something that happens.
And I think they have the most money.
Yeah, where's Johnny Manziel now? Right?
He can't even. No, he can't play. He can play in the XFL.
He's got a criminal record.
All right, he said no criminal record.
Yeah. Vince McMahon actually already, I think, openly stated that Johnny Manziel can't play in his league. It's just ridiculous. It's like, okay, you're gonna really limit yourself to like some serious like C squad players at this point in time.
C squad, that's all
it's gonna be bad.
It's like the D League and the NBA.
It's gonna be worse than the D League. Yeah, it's gonna be worse than Canadian football. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So where do you think, Kirk?
There's a lot of places you can go. I for one, Blake Bortles had a good year, but I think Kirk Cousins could legitimately lead them to a Super Bowl. Going to the Jaguars, he would have a great defense and a much better offensive line. So I think it would give him some more time in the pocket. There's a few different places that he could go, honestly. Who knows? He could end up at like the Minnesota Vikings. They've got so many, they're like balls deep in quarterbacks over there. So.
But he's not going anywhere where he's going to play second fiddle.
No.
We have to factor that.
Unless he goes to New England.
He's not going to go to New England.
Because
they don't have enough money.
He's not that far gone in his career that he needs to go somewhere just to get a ring.
Right. He won't call him alone or Gary Payton.
I think a good fit, but I don't understand. But they said a good fit for him might be Minnesota, but shoot, they got so many quarterbacks over there. Yeah. But I think Jacksonville would be a good spot, or the Giants.
The Giants, yeah. Eli Manning is definitely on his way out.
He's on his way out of there, man.
Shit, you know what, man? I'd even like to see him on the Cowboys. Just there as maybe some support to Dak. Yeah, don't.
We're all looking at Marcus. We're all looking at Marcus.
Don't shake your head. Yeah, he's hiding today, folks. He's here. He just doesn't want to be on camera.
So, last but not least, in our topics of the day, Super Bowl picks, fellas. Let's get there. Because everybody's wondering who's going to win.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much fixed to me. But, Neil, who do you think, what's your pick, man? Who you got?
Well, as much as I hate the Patriots, I hate the Eagles even more. So I have to go with the Patriots, unfortunately. It pains me to have to root for them. But
So just straight up, your pick.
My pick, yeah.
What is your pick? We need your definite pick. What is your
Patriots.
So Patriots to win.
The Patriots to win.
Okay, to win, just to win. We'll do odds in a second.
Yeah.
I'll go next because you're leading this. I'm gonna go Patriots by 2, meaning they're gonna win by 2.
You're gonna
field goal at the end to win it.
Field goal at the end to win it.
Yeah.
I want to see Philadelphia win.
Okay.
But I doubt that they're gonna allow Tom Brady not to get that 6th
Who's there?
ring.
Who's there?
Powers that be?
Roger Goodell and the staff. But I think it's going to be definitely Tom Brady getting his 6th championship, man. And in all respect due to him, I believe he's the greatest quarterback after this. It's no argument. It's no debate. It's no, this person did it. No. Tom Brady, after this 6th championship, will be the greatest quarterback that ever played the game.
Okay, so you emotionally want Philly, but you know it's going to be.
I know it's going to be.
Okay, let's do the odds then. It's 4.5 New England right now, and 49 over under. Who you bet on? You bet $100. You can tease it. You do all the other stuff people do.
Yeah.
What do you want with both those?
Oh man. So I personally would take. I definitely would take the under on that, but I think that the points are probably going to be there as well. I don't know though. That's a hard one. I'm not very good at betting the spread and betting.
It's going to be close.
Like
I think it's going to be 20-24.
So that's 44 points. So you take the under, and then you're taking.
I'll take the under.
Okay, so that'd be the Eagles you would win on. You're losing 24-20. You win by half a point. I say it's going to be a last-second field goal. I'm going to take the Eagles and the over. I'm going to go the over on this one. I don't know why. For Nick Foles, I just think the Eagles are rolling in terms of their offense. I think it's going to be high scoring.
So your pick was the final?
Eagles with plus 4.5 and the over.
Okay.
I think his conversation with Warren last night clouded his.
Yeah, I think it did.
He was pretty hardcore going
and
for
then with the metrosexual look, the cologne got on him and splattered on him.
And he was over there fixing his eyebrows the whole time, like making sure they were
Johnny Bravo-ish.
Yeah.
So, but that's all for our current events. We're going to move on to our top sports movies.
All right. Well, before we get there, let's go into our cigars. I'm smoking a Quintero y Hermanos Cuban cigar I bought in Mexico. It's a Pantelas. I forgot how you say that. Panatella, or however they say it in Spanish. It's very creamy, smooth. It's not heavy. That's why I enjoyed it. It's only a $5 stick. That's me. What do you got, Neil?
I'm doing the Hoya Cabineta. It's actually a pretty mild smoke for the most part. It's early in the morning, so I don't want to blow up my palate right now. But it does have this nice little finish with a slight Maduro wrapper towards the end. But it's definitely a good coffee and a cigar.
Awesome.
I'm smoking the AJ Fernandez New World. Great price point with this. It's only $6.50 for this stick, but it's very mild. It's very smooth, laid back, and I just started, so this is good.
All right, awesome, guys. So let's get going. We're going to talk about the best sports movies of all time. Now, we don't really have different categories within it, like comedic or dramatic. So it's just overall your impression on it. So let's kick this off. Let's, in general, talk about football. We're going to do this as a team. So there's movies such as I'm going to list some of them. Remember the Titans, Waterboy, The Program, Varsity Blues, All the Right Moves, Necessary Roughness, Any Given Sunday, Longest Yard, Old and New, because that's a big one we got to talk about, Jerry Maguire, Rudy, Blindside, and We Are Marshall. Just give me your favorite pick movie. What movie would you go to right now and say, I could watch this again?
Remember the Titans.
Yeah, Remember the Titans.
That's a classic.
It was a great one.
Another classic Denzel movie. I mean, bringing, where we talked about that night, bringing the racial aspect of it, bringing everybody together for one common goal, which is to win.
I just got to ask, why is Ace Ventura not on here?
That is laces up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is
a comedic value.
Dan Marino's in it too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he is in that. Yeah, you're right.
Is Remember the Times when Denzel said, "We didn't land on Plymouth Rock"? Plymouth Rock.
Oh, no.
That's one of my favorite lines of all time, dude. The way he delivered it. So
that was Malcolm X.
There's no sports in that one. I want to go Remember the Titans too. So if you guys have your favorite sports movie, put them in the comments for us, because that would be awesome to see what's out there. But there are so many good films out there. Marcus, you got one?
Yes, I do.
Today?
Tomorrow?
Next week.
Okay, Tom, you got one?
What did I say earlier?
You said it earlier. I didn't write it, though. Did I write it?
Oh, it's called Beat Your Drum Slowly.
Beat Your
Robert
Drum
De
Oh, that's right. I
Niro.
did write it down in the wrong category.
Beat your drums slowly.
Okay.
That sounds
All right.
a little...
So football's Remember the
baseball
Titans.
movie.
Can't get enough of
Baseball
that.
movie? Okay.
Let's go on to the next one. Jamal, lead us off on basketball. Give us some of your favorites, and then let us pick what we think is the best
Some of the
basketball.
favorites that I have, of course, you got to put Mr. Jordan in there in Space Jam. Once again, it's a theme. It's starting to be a recurring theme right now. He Got Game with Denzel. Hoosiers, that was a great movie.
Yep.
White Man Can't Jump, classic.
Very
Above the Rim, classic. Love and Basketball, a little cakey, but it was a good movie. Coach Carter, that was a good movie.
Yep.
Glory Road, Blue Chips, Semi-Pro, very, very funny movie. Very funny. Anything Will Ferrell does is funny.
Oh, but Fletch.
And I don't know. This is somebody put this in here. Teen Wolf. What the hell?
Come on, man. You saw him dunking. You saw him. It was awesome.
Come on, man. It had like a quick snippet of it.
There was basketball played in that movie, man.
Especially the end scene when I dude had his pants down. Did you see that?
I remember.
man.
Yeah, that was
Terrible.
It was a great movie.
So out of these
that was Michael
fellas,
J. Fox in his heyday.
Marcus, I need you to pick. You the first one to pick, man, on this one.
Above the rim.
Above the
Above the
rim.
rim.
Okay.
Okay, that's Marcus's. What's yours?
It's got to be Hoosiers, man.
Hoosiers was good.
I mean, that was just sort of Gene Hackman, and just the type of coaching style back then does not fit today. So it's like a look at the past and like, damn.
It was also cool the way it was filmed too, because like Gene Hackman was like talking to you, the audience, the whole movie.
Right, was it remember the book? The
yeah,
whole thing like that?
everything. You know, it was like you were getting coached by him like on the way through the film as well. So it was kind of cool. For me, I gotta go with He Got Game. That was just a great
classic, man.
because it was a good movie about basketball, but there was a lot of like underlying drama to it and different things. I thought it was just a good movie all the way around. And,
Right.
I mean, Denzel's the man, so.
He's the man. He is the man. I have to. It's a toss up. I wish I had the rim because I would shoot on this one.
That's right.
It's a toss up between Above the Rim and He Got Game and White Man Can't Jump.
It was a good
It was a classic movie.
It was pretty funny.
But I have to. If I have to pick one that if I play it every time or it comes on TV all the time, that I'll sit in front of the TV and actually watch it all the way through. I have to do He Got Game as well.
Right.
Yeah,
He Got
it's a
Game.
good one.
Can we go backward and say I did mention Fletch? Do you ever see Fletch?
No, I didn't.
Chevy Chase. He's 6'5", but 6'9" with the afro because he had an afro. It was so funny. It was a dream sequence, but I thought that was a great part.
Yeah.
Training day.
Training day.
Yeah, because he said you guys will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
Training day is amazing.
Just because they mentioned it, it's a great
It's a
basketball movie.
Okay. All right, let's do the next category. We're going to do the obscure sports, and Neil's expertise is in racing.
Gosh, I wouldn't say it was an expertise.
Okay, well he's more expert than all of us. So give us your favorite, or just a bunch of them. Brainstorm some racing movies, and we'll talk through them.
Well, I mean, there's a few that we have here on the list. I mean, personal favorites for me are going to be Rush, which was a great movie. It talks about or chronicles the 1976 Formula One World Championship between James Hunt and Niki Lauda, which was pretty awesome. It was a good cinematic film.
It was Thor,
directed.
Right?
Yeah, Thor.
Okay.
Thor was in that one, and it was directed by Ron Howard. It was just a really good movie all the way around. A classic would be Le Mans. That one is amazing. I mean, Steve McQueen, you can't get much better than that. And the great thing about that film is it's about 2 hours long, but there's maybe 15 minutes of dialogue. The rest of it's all cars racing, which makes it just awesome.
Yeah.
Talladega Nights is
yeah.
by far like one of my favorites, hands down. Yeah. I mean, it really just kind of focuses on NASCAR, which really isn't my forte. It's not something that I personally, watch on every weekend or anything like that. But I think it's just great, just the way that they portray the entire, I guess, fan base, like everything about that style of racing and everything. It's just awesome. I mean, I know it's a little overboard, but
the best part in that movie is when his father put that cat in there with him.
Yeah, the cougar, yeah.
Oh, that was so funny, man.
Yeah, I got scratched by a cougar. I ruined my Crystal Gale T-shirt.
Yeah.
When he's talking about that to his mom.
Oh,
yeah, no, that whole movie. There's just so many one-liners in there that are
man.
hilarious. Days of Thunder is another one, which is actually
Nicole
referenced. Yeah. Oh yeah, Nicole Kidman. Yeah, she was smoking hot in that movie. I think that's where they actually met each other.
Yeah,
too,
I think that is. That's
with
what
Tom
kicked it
Cruise.
off.
Yeah, locked that down for a little while. But yeah, that was a great one.
How long?
Senna, which is more of a documentary, but just chronicles as one of the greatest Formula One drivers of all time and his tragic death in 1993. So that's a great one. A few more that we have on the list: Driven, Cars. I don't know why Jeff put that one on there, but
You've
he's got
seen it so
kids.
many
I can
times. I've seen
understand.
it so many
What's
times.
Fast and
pretty
Furious at?
Is that racing? That's more like
That is racing.
It is. It's street
Sports,
racing,
though, like,
but
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's
I'll
not.
write it down here.
It's not as good. Like Le Mans is legit because not only was Steve McQueen an actor, but he was also a professional race car driver as well. And the other people that were in the film with him too were all professional race car drivers. So that's why there's a limited amount of dialogue and different things like that. But it's all like legit racing, yeah.
That's why he's our expert. Do you hear that stuff?
Yeah.
No, we don't know that crap.
So they actually went there and filmed immediately after the 24 Hours of Le Mans finished that year. So they had it on the true track, everything. So all that is like legitimate racing scenes. There's actually real accidents in there too. Unfortunately, one of the drivers did end up losing their legs. It's kind of unfortunate. But it's true raw gritty racing. I mean, it's a legit movie. And
so
it's
which
great.
one would be your top? You
Le
pick
Mans.
first.
Le Mans is my top.
So you're going with that
all
one.
the way.
Okay.
Yeah, all the way.
Okay.
Ricky Bobby.
Talladega Nights. Talladega Nights. That's a
I
great
mean,
one.
help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Oprah. He's
Help
got
me,
a
Oprah.
spider.
Yeah.
That scene alone
Help
I can
me,
watch.
Jesus.
Help me, Jewish God. Help me, Allah. Help me, Tom Cruise. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
But what's his name? Who's the big black guy? He died recently.
Was that?
He's in Green Mile.
Michael
Clark Duncan.
Michael
Man,
Clark
he
Duncan.
said when he was going to stab himself with a knife,
"Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby."
"Don't you put that shit on me, Bobby." And he stabbed his leg.
Yeah.
That scene is one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
Well, let's get another knife and try to pry this one out. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
who
just
you got?
great all the way around.
I'm sorry, I got to go Talladega Nights. I can watch that.
Man, that's
Back to
that's-
back to back. I
Yeah.
can rewind, but he goes, "If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you." And they beeped it out, of
Yeah.
course. I was one of the best. Just those cut scenes
Oh
from
yeah, all
from
of them. The Jack Off 9000 available at Walmart. Yeah,
the
it's like
Chinese.
all of
The
it.
Chinese, he's like, "Bing,
Oh, yeah, food and candy. yeah, it's
Yeah.
All right, hopefully we
it's
can
great.
show those.
I
All right.
actually did. I downloaded that to my Netflix app and watched it when I flew to Florida last weekend for that race.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's one of my favorites.
All right, so we got our racing. I know we're kind of split on that. We got the expert. We're picking Le Mans. Le Mans, right? You don't say the S.
I mean, it's Le Mans.
If you want to be sexy,
Yeah,
do
Le
that,
Mans.
yeah.
And then we got Ricky Bobby because we just have no intellect. We just want to laugh our heads off. Let's go into baseball. That's my forte. So I'm going to give you a bunch of movies, and you can tell me, these guys are going to pick, but obviously you guys can put some stuff in the comments for any of these that we're doing. So let's just run down and brainstorm in no particular order. Major League, Willie Mays Hayes.
It's great.
Bull Durham, Kevin Costner, 8 Men Out, Kevin Cusack. What a cast that was.
Yeah.
About Shoeless Joe Jackson. The Natural, Roy Hobbs. Field of Dreams. You remember the lead? You remember Kevin Costner's name?
In Field of Dreams.
God, I already know it. I was like, I knew it. I couldn't believe I knew it.
Ray Kinsella.
Ray
Yeah.
Kinsella, man,
That's
good job.
right.
That's points for you. The Rookie about Dennis Quaid
Yeah.
when he was a high school teacher and he was throwing 90 at practice and then he went to a scouting thing and then he made it to the big leagues with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
Angels in the Outfield, that's not one of my picks, but a lot of people like it.
Sam.
Sandlot, childhood memories, that is amazing. The Fan with Wesley Snipes when he was obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Or
was
De Niro was obsessed.
De Niro was obsessed with
Right.
Wesley Snipes. He was one of the
And
Giants.
was Beat Your Drum Slowly, is that the baseball movie?
It's a baseball movie.
Okay, that's the baseball one he picked. Bad News Bears and Breaking Training, A League of Their Own, the female movie, Moneyball, pretty damn good. 42 with Jackie Robinson, 61 with Maris,
There's a
Hardball.
ton. There's a
I
ton.
mean, I
There's
can't
a
go
whole
on. I can
bunch
go on.
of
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna ask you guys your picks for your favorite baseball movie. It could be comedic. It could be dramatic. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
Give us a top two. Then. Give us your favorite two that you pick if you don't feel.
oh, so top two. Gosh, even that's hard. I would say Bull Durham, and it's a tie for between like the Sandlot and Field of Dreams because
Yeah,
those are
Field
both
of
like I
Dreams.
remember watching those as a kid and being pretty young.
Who's Baby Ruth? Is
Yeah.
that-
No, it's no. Yeah, he says who's Babe. Yeah, I think he says who's Babe Ruth. Or no, they say he says something about like they were talking about the Great Bambino, and he's like
Right.
the Great Bambi. He's like, is that Whippy Deer or whatever? But yeah, it's yeah, the kid who obviously just doesn't know anything about baseball.
You realize how much that ball would be if he didn't
Oh
mix it
yeah,
up.
the Murderer's Row ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a ridiculous amount. So you got those are your movies.
yeah. It's the
Okay.
Sandlot, Field of Dreams, and Bull Durham.
Major League. That was pretty darn funny.
What did the coach say to Willie Mays Hayes when he came in? He goes, "You might catch like hay or Mays, but you run like shit," or something like that. That line. That was a great one there.
I got Major League, of course. I mean, you have to put Field of Dreams in there, man. You have to. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
They have made commercials, marketing strategies around that, everything.
I think is the field still there? I know
Yeah,
it was
it's
there for
there.
a while.
In Iowa.
But
Well,
it's in
it was in
Iowa?
Iowa, okay.
I
And
thought it was
then
in Kansas for some
We
strange
got-
drove near it in the minors when we played.
Oh,
we
you
drove,
did?
We didn't go to it, but we drove near it. And I'm like, damn, that would be like a dream to go to that
Yeah.
one. They said it was tiny as hell, like a little league field.
And 42. I have to go with 42. Those three right there.
That was a good.
That was a good movie.
That was a
man.
very good
Very
movie.
I can't differ from you guys. I've highlighted Bull Durham because I think that's one of the funniest. Nuke Lelouch. I mean, you got this young rookie and you got this grizzled veteran. And Kevin Costner's character, Crash Davis, is based on a real character who actually has the minor league record for home runs. So
And that's actually Kevin Costner legitimately batting hit a lot of those shots in the
Right,
film
so
too.
he
was,
played.
he was a halfway decent baseball
Right.
player. Yeah, I think he could even bat switch. So, like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But Field of Dreams, I think, would trump that one for me because it's just so emotional. Playing catch with your dad.
yeah.
I mean, to me, that's a memory I have of my father. I know that's what I do as a father for my kids, even though they don't like baseball as much.
Yeah.
It's still just going out there and playing catch, things that we want to remember as a
Connection.
child.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to say either 42 or 61, but I would throw it at 42 because no other African American ever experienced what Jackie Robinson experienced. He was the first in any major sport. And when I watched the movie with my kids, I had to explain to them because they said, why are they using the N-word? And I had to explain to my boys, one, we don't do that, but just to understand that this is what it was like 50, 60 years ago in our country. And to some extent, it's still there.
Yeah.
But those are just powerful ones. But if I gave one, it would definitely be Field of Dreams. And I gave it to Kevin Costner. I know he did another one about For the Love of the Baseball Game or whatever that was.
Yeah, that Field of Dreams was classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's classic.
Field of Dreams was legit.
Okay, so we got our baseball picks. We're doing decent. Let's go to boxing.
Let me
We don't
take
have our
that.
expert boxing or Marcus Smooth
I think
Jones.
he's going to instantly start feeling better. Is he coming back?
So
Where's he at?
let's just.
Is he outside? He's outside. Huh?
Why don't you throw up, Jamal? Why don't you just throw up the list that we got?
Okay,
Remember,
I got it.
was-
I got it. Let me take it.
There's a blank one here.
We'll just fill one.
Oh, I put Ali there. That was Ali.
What about the Great White Hype?
You can throw that in. We just
Great
bring
White
that
Hype.
up.
That was a funny
Yeah, that was
movie.
a funny movie, boy. But I'm gonna put Ali there. But we have Rocky. That's hands down. We don't even have to discuss that anymore.
Yeah, how many
Southpaw.
did they make? Like 9 of them or something like that?
820.
Yeah.
820? Yeah, I think that's probably...
They
I
remade
think the last one was kind of. I didn't like that one. Southpaw. That was pretty decent.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Ali with Will Smith in there. Raging Bull. Robert De Niro.
That won an Oscar, didn't
Yeah.
it?
He won an Oscar. I think
Was
he
that
won-
Martin Scorsese who directed
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Raging
Joe
Bull.
Pesci was-
$1 Million Baby.
Yeah.
That's Tom's favorite.
Is that Tom's pick?
It's
Yes,
actually a
it
good
is.
movie.
Hey, wait,
It's-
we-
I think it's because who was playing the woman,
Right.
maybe.
Hilary Swank.
Hey, we forgot. We forgot one.
What?
Denzel's. Isn't Denzel-
Hurricane.
The Hurricane, man.
Yeah,
Well, that's
that was
Marcus's.
good.
That's Marcus's pick.
Yeah, that was a good one. Cinderella Man and Creed. That was a good movie. Creed was a great movie, man. I was very, very, very shocked at how good that movie was.
They just to me they restarted that franchise because they
Yeah,
renamed
that's
it
what
now.
they're
So you want to
doing.
do Rocky 8. So
Yeah.
the Creed's good. And then they're coming out with the second one too. As
Yeah,
well.
they're coming out with the second
Neil, what's your favorite boxing movie?
one. Boy.
Man, I don't know. Cinderella Man was a pretty good one. I mean, Ali was really legit. I think that Will Smith did a really good job portraying, Ali on film.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job.
Did a great job. Just the bravado, like everything about it. It was pretty spot on. He did a really good job. Man, I don't know. That's a hard one. So, I mean, full transparency, I haven't seen a lot of these movies multiple times,
Yeah.
and I haven't even seen all the Rockies or anything like that. I mean, Rocky definitely is a staple in the American movie history as far as boxing movies are
So
concerned.
Rocky's your pick?
No, I gotta go with probably Ali.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Rocky, man. I think it was Rocky 3.
Clubber Lang one?
No, the
Or the
Russian.
That was 4.
That was 4?
Yeah.
That was 4?
Okay, so you've seen them all.
Ivan Drago.
Ivan Dilan.
And it was played by like a German.
Yeah, I gotta
It was
do
Dolph
Rocky
Lundgren,
4.
wasn't
Yeah, Dolph
it?
Lundgren
Yeah,
played
he's
that.
German. Yeah.
Rocky
He's the Russian.
4. I have to do. I have another one. I like Creed. Creed was pretty decent, man.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, that was a good one, but I have to go with Rocky 4, man. That's
Okay.
a classic.
Wow, you're going
I grew
Rocky 4.
So what about The Fighter?
Oh, The Fighter. Yeah, that's a good one too. I'm writing these down. Sorry.
Yeah, I gotta go with Rocky 4,
Well,
man. That was a
to me, Joey. Hit me, Joey. Hit me, Joey.
Yeah.
What movie are we talking about?
Rocky?
No.
No?
That was Joe Pesci telling. I mean, De Niro telling Joe Pesci, his brother to hit him all the time.
Yeah.
And he was trying to show how strong his jaw was because that was his personality, and his wife obviously.
That's the Raging Bull, right?
Raging Bull. So that was again one of those scenes to me that stood out there. But man, they're all these movies are damn good. You're talking about the actors that would portray somebody. Jake Gyllenhaal did a damn good job. Marky Mark did The Fighter, right?
Yeah.
Mark, and that was the whole Boston, New England thing because they love that. Cinderella. I mean, all these are good. I can't.
That was Russell Crowe, right? Cinderella Man.
Yeah, I can't say enough about any of these. They're all damn good. But to me, it's Rocky. That's the one that started for me. And I would say Rocky 1 and 2 for me.
Yeah.
The whole Apollo Creed thing. And then when we became friends, I was like, yeah! I was like the happiest kid at 12 years old or whatever the second one came out. But I'm going to go with the Rockies with that. So we got Ali. We got
Rocky 4.
Rocky 4 and then Rocky 1 and 2. That kind of gives it. Tom, you want to throw yours out?
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby. Okay, we already said that. And then Marcus is not here. Said he wanted the Hurricane. Or he said the Hurricane #1, Rocky, and then Ali. Those are his 3 picks. So, very quickly, last time. Any other movies? Golf movies, hockey movies, airplane movies, surfing movies, karate movies. Anybody have one they want to throw out that didn't make any of our lists?
Let me see.
Slapshot was a great hockey.
Slapshot. There's Mighty Ducks.
So we got that on there.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore, Tin Cup, Bagger Vance,
Caddyshack, man.
Karate Kid.
Caddyshack,
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. Yeah.
What about like Bloodsport, man?
Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Duncan, that's tough.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. Bloodsport.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was pretty damn good in all those.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are some pretty good ones.
So you guys have
shit. I mean, Enter the Dragon. You know the old classic the Bruce Lee flick. I mean, that thing was fucking awesome.
against Kareem. Remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah,
was in there, man.
Yeah, he looked so big in there, man.
So what do you got? What do you just throw out one that you could watch that we talked about?
Oh man, Caddyshack.
Caddyshack for you? Because
Caddyshack.
sit around. He's on
I mean,
17th
Happy
in the
Gilmore.
restaurant.
Happy Gilmore's another
Happy
great
Gilmore,
one.
yeah,
Yeah, because I mean that combined hockey and golf. You know?
Okay. What do you got on yours? Come on.
I'm doing Happy Gilmore. I mean,
Yeah, the whole scene with Bob Barker, like hands down, like that's
Happy
probably-
Gilmore is there, and I probably watch it the most of any movie. But a movie that inspired me was Karate Kid.
yeah.
Miyagi, I mean, wax on, wax off, all the crap he did taught him at the end. That was so cool. So I guess Karate Kid. Tom, you want to throw out another movie?
I don't have one.
Okay.
What?
Marcus?
What? It seems like you're holding something back, Tom. Are you
Marcus
sure?
is on the request
sure.
line.
David, you got one?
Men with brooms.
What the?
Men with
Oh,
curly.
it's about curling, yeah.
Is that curling?
Yeah.
Oh, I just guessed that. That's
Nice.
awesome. A curling film from our one of our workers here at Havana. So, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for our next podcast. The topic will be in the comments.
Yeah, just make sure to check us out on all social media. Follow, like, subscribe, comment. You know, do your business. You know what to do.
We want to thank the fellas at the Havana House on North 183. Come support them. Thanks, Mr. D, Jim, all the guys here. Come out and support them. Thank you.
We're Sticks and Picks.
Sticks and Picks.